Hello there, this is Anonymous Oracle here with a pop-in collective message. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a collective reading, so this reading may or may not resonate with you. It is not time specific or sign specific, so please take the messages that apply and simply leave the rest. I saw 3 cards and I got the funniest image in my mind's eye. I saw the Hermit, Judgment, and the Goat Man, which is the Devil card. I call it the Goat Man because it looks like a goat. Anyways, and I saw in my mind's eye, you know when puppies are in training? I know some people do it and it's kind of like mean, but some people like grab the puppy when they have an accident and they shove the puppy's nose into their business wherever they pottied on the floor. And it's like, look at what you did, look how bad it is. This is wrong. And then they get scolded and then they learn not to do it again. Like, I just started laughing hysterically here because I just saw it flash before my eyes, which is something I haven't seen in years. It's like grabbing the puppy, showing them, look, this is where you peed. Shoving their nose in the pee. It's like, that is wrong. I don't know who does that, but I've seen somebody do that once and I was just like, wow. Way to go, right? Way to teach an animal how not to do something. I don't know if it registers in their brain when you train them like that, but it looked like someone in training. So essentially the download was maybe somebody is seeing the error in their ways and they're getting trained, okay, not to do something again. I just thought that was so, I thought it was pretty funny. Obviously, you know, it's not nice. It's not nice. I think that's very old school, right? Isn't that very old school to train a dog like that? I don't know if that works. Like, I'm not a dog trainer. But I thought that was pretty random. So it's like someone, a human, right? A person is being shown how they were wrong. Or it's like they're getting a lesson or something. It's like a lesson. Regret is here. I know that I cannot change the past. There's something they regret doing for sure. It's like they're learning. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So somebody here, I'm getting somebody who could have operated out of a wounded space. So they could be in their ego a lot. This is someone who predominantly operates from the ego. And in forgiving the past, in forgiving whoever bullied them or did them wrong, they can let go of the way they move from that egoic wounded space, okay? It's kind of like bullies create bullies. Does that make sense? I'm getting this energy of, well, you want to be a poor human being to others is because someone once upon a time did that to you. Something here is a learned behavior, and it's like they've essentially left a trail behind of just something reads like, you know what, I've made a mess of a situation. Clearly, the puppy made a mess. And they're looking at it intentionally like, wow, this is where I messed up. This is where I screwed something up. This is someone who, they haven't accepted love in their life, or they haven't been flowing or moving through love because of what happened to them. And it's like, if they don't forgive the past, they continue to hurt other people or create a mess of a situation. I don't feel like they intentionally did it though, but it's just a makeup of what happened to them in the past. And I keep getting this energy of someone acting the way they do because they've been bullied, or acting the way they have because they've had somebody do something bad to them in the past. So they regret it now because they see the error in their ways. But the divine is showing them firsthand how they messed up big time. And it's a lot to take in for this person. friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So they could have done this to someone who was actually really good for them. They could have screwed up a friendship, or they could have screwed up a relationship with someone, or a connection with someone who was put in their life for their betterment, I'm hearing. So it's like this person's put on your path for a good reason. I'm hearing thunder outside, which is so foreign. Yes, it's like the divine is shaking things up by showing this person how the error of their ways. I hope I can hear it when I play back because it's pretty loud. I thought it was the motorcycle from my neighbor, but it's not. It's actually thunder. Yeah, this person, they might want to restore balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I feel like they want to restore balance in their world, but there's something here that they're looking at where they really feel maybe some guilt, or just they regret how they acted. I'm just hearing it's a poor representation of myself. But there was a version of yourself that acted the way it did, that executed what it did in creating this mess. I don't know if, like, to me, this almost, when I think of thunder, it's like the divine is angry. This reads like, you need to see what you did wrong. There's like a huge flashlight on what somebody did. They regret it now, and they might want to balance out the scales. Look at the top. I split the deck on the Tower. With the Seven of Pentacles, I can't even make this energy up. The Seven of Pentacles is being very reflective. It's like, how did I spend my time? How did I spend my coin? How did I spend my time in the last X amount of time? It's really, you see how this man is looking very pensive? It's like somebody looking at what they've made of a situation. Maybe somebody is looking back at how they spent the last couple of years. What the makeup is of their actions. It's just the Six of Cups is the past. The Tower is epiphanies, sudden realizations, divine intervention, in this case, lightning, a storm. Yeah. It was just so strange for me to see that in my mind's eye. I'm just seeing somebody grab a puppy and it's like, look what you did. Rubbing their nose in. It's crazy. I'm like, what kind of download is that? But I knew immediately what it meant. It's like someone is just a puppy. That could just be indicative of them being new to something, being new to a path, or just them being very, maybe playful to something. Maybe it was fun at the time to play these games, but now they're like, my gosh, what have I done? Divine judgment is being passed on someone. It's like, what have I done? Like, I'm just seeing this regret, like deep-seated regret, because they can see clearly now. I don't know what has changed for this person to acknowledge the error in their ways, but it's like, oh my gosh. It's like something just switched in this person, where they realize they could have been acting from a space and they recognize where that came from. This is a lot of self-reflection. And they understand why someone was put on their path. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So maybe they hurt somebody who was actually good to them, and that made them wake up to just how crappy of a human being they were. And it's like, it sounds bad to say it, but that's literally how this person feels. It's like, how could I have been like this? How could I have acted like this to someone good for me, a friend? Yeah, not everybody gets to be labeled a friend, right? It's like, what makes a friend? Loyalty, you know, someone who has your back, someone who defends your name in a room of people when you're not around. It's someone who's always there for you. It's someone who helps put the pieces back together. How do you define a friend? Yeah, someone was a friend to them. Someone was a genuine friend to them. It says friendship. I understand that a person's in my life for a reason. I feel like someone here showed qualities of what a true friend means to them, and they messed it up. The thunder is like on cue. The thunder is on cue in my reading. Like, how could I have done this to them? This could be a friend of yours who just regrets miserably so how they've treated you. Damn, it's just like sitting on this person's chest, yo. It's raining now, so I'm gonna try to speak a little bit louder. What's at the bottom of the deck for this energy? Yeah. Ten Swords is a very defeatist position. It's an energy of feeling like, to me, it usually is a card that speaks of betrayal. I feel like this is someone who feels defeated, but it's a makeup of their own actions. I promise you, it's like they feel like they failed something, or they feel like they've wronged another person. And it's like they did this to someone who is in the Nine of Pentacles. They could have betrayed a trust. They could have betrayed the trust here. Someone here betrayed someone's trust. Somebody here is acting different, I'm hearing. Nine of Pentacles is very self-sufficient. It is flourishing. It is independent. But someone here feels in Ten Swords. Like, this is the energy I was reading on, who feels just like really crappy for how they've behaved. And this is the person they could have done it to, because this is someone who's not in Ten Swords. It's like, I'm flourishing, I'm good, I'm independent. And this person just feels like just defeated by themselves. When I tell you this is their own doing, that's the worst part. Can you imagine losing a genuine friend? I haven't been on that side of the spectrum. It's like, I can be like, nope, I don't feel that way. No, I don't feel like I've lost a genuine friend. Five of Swords, those games. It's like they did this to someone who was almost to like above these games. The Five of Swords is always getting the upper hand. It can be an energy of jealousy or just like ego. It's the games of the ego. Five of Swords, Six of Cups. It's like, why play games with someone who is genuine? The Six of Cups is beautiful memories, giving and receiving, exchanging emotionally with someone you care about. These two could have a difference in age. It's like one person could be a little bit more immature than the other. It's kind of like, why play these petty games with someone who was in the Six of Cups with you? That means that that's someone who was genuine, who was generous, who was emotionally invested. There was balance. So it's almost like someone feels defeated in having tainted something so genuine. They feel defeated. They feel in Ten Swords. Queen of Pentacles. The Sun. I feel this is the genuine person. The Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. It gives me Mother Teresa energy. It's someone who's very dependable, reliable, very nurturing, very kind. It's like, okay, come sit on my lap. Tell me what's wrong with you. Wow. That's that energy attached to this card. It's like my Mother Teresa card. I've done a reading on this energy before. And it's like, this is the kind of person that you can come to when you want to cry about something. And they won't judge you. It's like so empathic, very grounded. It's like, if you're ungrounded, I can ground us both. Like with the Sun, it's somebody who can make you happy again. Somebody who always finds the positive in things. Three of Wands, always looking forward to something good. It's a very optimistic soul. So they did this to someone who is very optimistic, very nurturing. This person could be a parent, or this person could be a business owner, because the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles gives me the energy of someone who's grounded, who takes care of others, much like a parent would, or a business owner. For some of you, you were very generous with this person financially. That's for some of you. Ace of Swords. Everything I just said describes the characteristics of this person, i.e. perhaps you or the individual they regret treating a particular way. I also feel like this person has fully comprehended and digested the kind of person you are. And again, let's just simplify things. Let's just assume this good person is Patricia, or this genuine friend is Patricia. But I don't know. Becky or Bob is the one who screwed this friendship up. Okay? It's really giving me this energy of, I see exactly who Patricia is, or Patrick, because I don't want to be gender specific. Let's go with the letter P. Patricia or Patrick was a genuine friend. But Bob/Becky, it took a minute for Bob/Becky to realize all these qualities in this person. All right? Dang. But the divine showed them the truth. It's like God sourced the universe, hammered this home in this person to see like, wow, look at who I've treated this way. This person has been genuine, dependable, grounded from the get-go. I can't say the same about myself. Like, this person is so reflective where it's like, wow, look at how I've been versus how this person's been. And there's shame in this energy. There's so much like, what have I done? In that regret to a friend that was very genuine. Four of Cups. This is an energy of not really being satisfied. I feel like they see that they were, I'm almost hearing full of themselves, or just, it's like they see how genuine someone was, but they were either arrogant, full of themselves, or just, they almost treated someone lesser than, or treated somebody in a light where it's like, I really shouldn't have. So there's an energy of having rejected this person's qualities, or haven't treated it with grace. It's like, if someone's this good to me, I should treat this person good too. You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't reciprocated. They did not reciprocate all the qualities that I just described in Patricia or Patrick. You could be Patricia or Patrick. Heck, you could be Bob or Becky, who is feeling the thunder of the error in their ways. It's like, my gosh. Queen of Swords. Seven of Cups. Someone here could have helped them in seeing this truth. It's like someone here could have spoken up, like, how dare you talk about Patricia or Becky like that? Or no, Patricia or Patrick like that. They're actually really dope. Like, what are you talking about? They always talk good about you. They always had the best of interests for you. This is someone who wants to extend themselves again. It's almost like they want to return the favor. This could be a sincere expression of emotions. This could be an apology. It's kind of like, in knowing this truth, this is someone who wants to come forward and maybe make amends, because it's like, I'm just hearing Patricia or Patrick can sleep at night. They don't have to worry about the rumbling and jumbling of the thunder and realizing the error of their ways. No, I was awesome to them. Like, I can look back and be proud of how I treated them. I was always there. I always gave them a helping hand. I always, for some, lended them money. I always gave them sound advice. I always loved on them authentically. I was always a shoulder to cry on. You can sleep at night. This person, not so much. They want to come forward and express themselves to someone who they realize doesn't really need them, because you added value to the situation and this person didn't add value in the same way. They're the ones who feels troubled. They recognize how you were so solid. It's not you who's tossing and turning at night thinking, well, damn, right? For whoever this reading is for, I feel like I can flip it both ways. Because some people are the Bob / Beckys and others are the Patricia / Patricks. It's like, dang, who are you in this story? Are you the person who's dandy, or are you the person who feels like they need to do something? In knowing this truth. Uh-oh. Ace of Wands. 4 of Wands. It's almost like this truth is because that Ace of Wands struggled. This truth is doing 2 things at the same time, and this energy is very strange to explain. But on one hand, this truth, this clarity, this revelation and understanding the error of one's ways is almost lighting a fire under one's ass to get it right. But it's also putting out the fire and realizing how messed up I was and how ashamed I am of myself. So can you imagine being a vessel who has 2 opposing energies working against oneself at the same time? On one hand, I feel motivated to get it right, but on the other hand, I'm so ashamed of myself. So what am I even thinking moving forward to this person who doesn't deserve what I've done and probably doesn't want to have anything to do with me anymore? Can you imagine? That's this energy. It's like, I want to go and make a difference, but at the same time, I'm a POS. So what have I done? There's shame. I want to fix it, but at the same time, there's so much shame. Bro, this person, they see somebody in the 4 of Wands and the Empress energy. It's like they know this person is so nurturing and kind. For some of you, they see you as a person who's very balanced in your home environment, or you're just very fruitful. They're in 2 minds. That's that energy that I was explaining of being like, I want to make amends, but at the same time, I'm crap for what I've done. They're in 2 minds to just jump and go. For some of you, this could be a person who you've had a relationship with even, because this energy can range between something platonic, but also more emotional in nature with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person is very frantic. The same way this card came out, they're very frantic about how they've spent their time versus how they want to spend their time in the now and moving forward. It's very analysis of what I've done. It's very heavy when they take a look at what they've done. My gosh, this is crazy. Yo, I can't make it up. They're in 8 swords. They're in 8 swords. For some of you, you turned your back on this person because of how they treated you, or you're just withdrawn. The 8 of Cups is emotional detachment. It is goodbyes. It is what it is. I need to turn my back because this is clearly disappointing. I mean, if someone treated you poorly, obviously you're going to reach a point where you no longer want to engage. You become disinterested. This is someone who reached that point of disinterest, and it's really throwing this person in a tizzy. It's heavy on them. It's heavy on the mind. It's heavy on the soul as they look back as to why this happened. Well, damn. Then we're on the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is someone, when they come forward, their intention is to turn over a new leaf. The Knight is sincere. It's more emotionally invested, but the Page of Pentacles is very turning over a new leaf. Platonic, friendship. I always say this is like introducing oneself as a new friend. This is someone who sees value in coming forward to someone like this. But what did I say about a level of like immaturity, or could be an age difference or just a level of maturity that is different. The Patricia Patricks are more grown than the Becky Bobs. Okay, I hope you're following. The Becky Bob is the one with the tail between the legs who the divine shoved in a situation to see the error of their own ways, versus the Patricia Patricks who are grown, who can sleep at night for how they've treated somebody in such high regard. It's like, I did what I could do. I'm good. My hands are clean because I did my best and I was a wholesome friend. I did my best. Like, that's what it's giving. So you could have energies surging up in this season that are in regret for how they've treated you if you are a very empathic person. It's giving the kind of energy who puts it themselves in a position where they are more understanding, they're more grounded, they're caring. They put their needs aside to just accommodate others. It's very motherly, actually. And you could be a man in that nurturing energy. Again, you could be the Patrick of this story. Men are welcome too, okay? But yes, this person, it's like they want to turn over a new leaf quickly. Because what did I say about this analysis of their past, giving them such an ick of regret, of shame? It's like they would love to turn over a new leaf and come over in this new glove very quickly. Like, if it were up to them, it would have happened last week. It requires courage too. But essentially, it would please this person to collaborate again. This person feels like y'all have the same shared goals. With the Three of Pentacles. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles. It's almost like I see you, or I see this person doing this, and then the person on the receiving end looking at it. It's like this page presents the pentacle. This Queen of Pentacles is examining the pentacle on the lap. It's like, well, is this a solid friendship I want to engage in again? Is this a new turning over of one's leaf that I want to engage with? Like, everything is very reflective and just like, well, it's giving me, is this really you? Like, is this really you turning over a new leaf? Is this really you in fresh skin versus what you put me through before? Eight of Wands, communication. It's funny. The Devil. Oh my God. The Goat Man is here with the King of Water. Somebody here has a toxic way of emotional investments. This combination is crazy. It's like who they are at their core. What did I say about ego? Will almost most of the time still take up so much space. It's kind of like this person can have all these positive intentions, but who they are at their core in being predominantly in the ego is still there. It's almost like, I find it so funny that this bugger showed up later in my reading, almost to emphasize that yes, this person can have feelings in the King of Water, but there's always this residue of them predominantly operating from the ego based on their past, based on whatever they needed to forgive and let go. It's almost like someone recognizing that, wow, like I am the problem. And it's hard to be in a space where a person who is so in their ego recognizes they're the problem, because that ego protects them from being the problem all the time. This is someone who might project a lot. This is someone who might carpet sweep the error of their ways. This is someone who might lack accountability. I also get a fixation here in this card. This is someone who could be like in love or have a lot of love for a friend, but they themselves don't know how to go about it. So it translates to toxicity. And it's very hard to meet people who you know there's a lot of feelings there, but they themselves have a very unhealthy way of transmuting those feelings because they're constantly in the ego. Wow, with the star to the moon, there is hope that someone here could be doing a lot of shadow work, because the star is very healing and the moon speaks of the shadow, the depths, the core of a person. This coming forward is part of them healing themselves almost and being better than how they've been before. Because what I say about the divine shoving this person much like a puppy in their pee to realize, look what the heck you made of this mess. And there's no judgment in being in that position, because we've all been puppies to situations. We all have been in that position where we had to learn, like, well, damn, I could have done better. Okay, no one's perfect. Let's move forward. What is this goat man trying to say? Yes. Oh my gosh. There's faith in this. Yes. There's faith in this getting its cure. And it almost reads like someone who has borderline narcissistic disorder, or really had narcissistic traits, but at their core, they don't want to be that. It's very hard to explain. And I'm going to say something here. If you are someone who has dealt with narcissistic abuse, you're obviously not going to welcome the narc open-armed. There's a difference. To me, this reads like someone who has been subject to a narcissist's abuse. And what did I say about a bully creating bullies? It's not to say that this person, it is how narcissists are created. Think about it. They might have had a narcissistic parent, for one. I feel like this is someone who is realizing, if I don't change, I will become the problem that I was exposed to myself. This is someone who could have been in narcissistic relationships, or have dealt with narcissistic parents, or some form of bullying at some point in their life. And it's like the residue of these experiences make me act this way in my ego to protect myself. It's on its 10th leg, or 10th wand, where it creates such burden and mental anguish for this person that they're on the precipice of releasing being in this egoic sense of self. And this is a reading that is not to encourage somebody to be like, yay, the narc has healed, or the person who I believe has narcissistic traits has healed. This is a general reading. This could be for someone watching me who has suffered from narcissism, or from a person who was narcissistic in their life. This could be for someone who is an empath, who has already detached from a person like this, but this person wants to apologize. For example, nothing in this reading is encouraging you to accept this person open-armed. Because I feel like whoever you are, you've long grounded your energy, you've long detached from this person. You recognize that you did what you could have done, you were a solid individual, and you sleep well at night. You're completely detached from this person. It's like you sought after healing without the apology you were looking for. So this is not at all saying that I don't feel like this person's a full-blown narc, but I feel like they've been exposed. What did I say about bullies creating bullies? They've been exposed to something that pushed them to always shelter their heart, to play mind games with people, even when they were genuine to them. It's their own hang-ups that are tormenting them, essentially, to a point where they can't take it anymore. So when you have narcissistic people who know they have a problem, but they refuse to fix the problem, that's one thing. But when you have a person who realizes their hang-ups and it's like, well, damn, you know, look what my behavior cost me. I need to change. That's this person. It's on its 10th wand. The shame is eating them alive. The guilt is eating them alive. Yeah, true born narcs, their empathy is so low that they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. That's gonna hit home for someone. They don't give a damn. God could grab them like a puppy and shove them in the pee. And it's like, look at the mess you made. They still don't give a damn as long as their needs are met. As long as they get their fix. They don't care if you hate them or love them as long as you give them attention. Okay? Know the difference. This is someone who, they had a good thing in this person. And the fact that they screwed it up is eating them alive to a point where it's purging them, moving through this predominantly egoic sense of self. And I might be talking gibberish to some of you, but for others of you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is someone who almost can't afford to operate from their ego this much anymore. It's like, it's always sheltering me. It's always having me have my walls up. It's always making me either be rude, full of myself, arrogant with others. But it cost me something good. It cost me even someone really good in my life. Bing! Damn. King of Cups is back. This person has feelings. The Bob or the Becky to this story has feelings. For some of you, it's very hard to believe this person has feelings at all because of how they acted. But I promise you, this person ain't sleeping, y'all. It's like, what have I done? What have I done? Shame, 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 guilt, shame, shame. The only way they can alleviate this is by coming forward. For some of you, that requires an apology. For some of you, it requires changed behavior and an apology. For others of you, it's a gesture. For some of you, it's a text. It depends what this person wants moving forward. For some of you, they just want your company again. For others of you, it's like, I miss the friendship we had. For some of you, it's, you know, whatever it is, it's to turn over a new leaf. And the only way they alleviate the burden of the guilt and the shame of how they've behaved is by doing that. I just can't get the image of that dog out of my mind's eye. It's like, look at what you did. And it's like, this puppy is just like, oh my God, what have I done? I made a mess, essentially. But look, much like messes, we can clean it up, right? There is a mop. There's paper towels. We can clean it up. This is a person who has feelings. This card showed his face again. They're healing this problem. And it's like, you on the receiving end of this person, right? For a lot of you, this person did some damage to you. And it's like, if this reading triggers you, you probably haven't healed from it. If this reading's like, oh my God, I don't need that in my comment section. I promise you, I don't need it in my comment section. It's like, you can definitely just be like, okay, cool. Do you, boo-boo? I don't feel like this person was abusive. I just feel like this person acted from their ego with their games. Five of Swords to me is like playing games. Mind games even. This is not, I don't feel this was an abusive person, but to me, it reads very light, so. But you can apply this to whatever arena. I just feel like whoever I'm speaking to is so grounded that it doesn't matter what this person does or doesn't do. It's like, I got me. Nine of Pentacles. That's not someone who gets irate in my comment section. Nope. What's to come from this? This person is very pressed. Empress. The World. For some of you, this will bring you so much closure. The World is the closing out of a cycle. Hurrah! I've graduated. For some of you, this is this person graduating from cleaning up the error of their ways or wanting to. are just lessons. To me, the world is like lessons, divine lessons, cycle closing. You close a cycle out. And my Empress is just the pick of the litter, essentially. This is Patricia or Bob. It's like, I'm nurturing, I'm soul warming, I'm soul food for people. I'm light, I'm abundant. You're attracting new things, and this will bring you closure. For some of you, it's like, great, okay, cool, deuces. That's why it's like these readings shouldn't trigger you. If anything, it's just informative to know that, wow, okay, so this could be happening in my story. This is how I should soak it up. Maybe this is the divine lesson behind it. We're all on Earth school, okay? Try not to pass heavy, heavy judgment, okay? It's like, yeah, this person wasn't a friend the way I was a friend to them, but it says a lot about them and their struggles, and you know, it's sad. Can you imagine? Just imagine you meeting somebody who's genuine, who shows you in more ways than one what a solid person they are. They, without fail, they're there for you, and you screw it up. Yo, that's painful. It's like, damn. It's like the absence of that friend in your corner is heavy. It's like, damn, well, Patricia would have always been here. We don't, like, I feel like the empathic energy that I'm reading, it's like you don't even know what that's like. Because you would reciprocate the good. Because you are good, like at your core. Like you would reciprocate that. But just like, imagine. Yeah, this is healing for you. Three of Swords in the reverse is coming out of heartache. Allow the situation to be a healing experience. If you're bitter and your heart chakra is still blocked off, you need to forgive and let go of this person. It's like, you don't want to, what did I say? You don't want a bully to create a bully to create a bully in you. Break the cycle. You don't want to become a sheltered, hollow person because of the damage a bully has done, because of a bully bullying them. You are breaking that cycle because you're healing from what happened to you. You're not going to let the pain of what another caused you turn you cold and dry and just like apathetic. It's not you. It's not you. An Empress, that's not an apathetic person. It's the exact opposite. Let this closure heal you and tread on. Soldier on. Okay? For some of you, it'll just be that closure and nothing more. Maybe you don't want anything more. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I can just guide you on how to like take things a little bit and like less serious at times. I do feel a couple of you a little triggered here. For others of you, you know exactly what I mean. It can be refreshing for somebody to apologize who it's like it's eating them up. Wow, I didn't know they gave a damn. Let that be closure for yourself and just be like, yeah, it's cool, I release you. Jesus forgives. I'll forgive too, right? Right? And some things are damn near unforgivable. If so, like, pray on it. Right? The forgiveness is for you, okay? Maybe your closure isn't knowing you were the Empress. You were the empath. You did your job. You were wholesome here. It's like, and on my dying day, I will know I was a dope person to them. It's giving that vibes. The Lovers. 10 of Pentacles. Damn. You have a choice to make. For some of you, this choice will be like eye-opening in knowing that, well, you know what, that's cool, but I want to move forward in a different direction. The Lovers is always choices. The ball's in your court, essentially, but to me, it's also having options. This person doesn't have to be person you choose to partner up with, whether in a platonic way or a romantic way. But the choice is up to you, is what this is giving. And abundance is ahead, because I want to be a firm believer that good things come to good people, and I feel that is in this energy. Good things will come to good people. The Fool. It's like taking chances on good things, prosperous, long-term, abundant things. What lies of this person in the Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Bob/Becky? What happens with Bob/Becky? Because obviously people have their free will. I just read energy, but dang, this was quite a reading, y'all. I'm pretty sleepy, but we're here. This was important. This is very important. I can feel it in my bones. Knight of Coins. Shot out. This person's energy is constantly forward moving. It went from a Knight of Cups to a Page to a Knight of Pentacles. Steady progress. That's why it's like, even if you turn your back on this person, this is someone who, from the experience they've had with you, will make steady progress moving forward. So it's like, despite what happened, you were the reason someone changed the error of their ways. Can you imagine? It's like somebody leaves a track record of like BS after BS after BS, hurting people, breaking their hearts, being like inconsiderate AF, like being completely, and you made a difference. That's big. It's like, wow, God, look, I was at the heart of somebody changing for the better. Steady progress. This is someone who's making steady progress. I feel like they met you for that exact reason. They met you for that exact... Cue the freaking thunder. They met you for that exact reason. You've done your job. You've done your job. I'm here to tell you, you've done your job. They met you for that. To me, when I split the deck, I see the Wheel of Fortune to the world. Like you've completed the reason you were destined to cross paths. Bring me back to this card. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. You met them so that they could break this pattern, because their behavior would have caused others to maybe reflect the same thing that they were reflecting onto you, which is low empathy, non-existent, apathetic, full of oneself, arrogant, always in the self, protective mechanisms on cloud 10,000. It's like, is this, yo? And what comes from that? Addictions, toxic patterns, karmic relationships, you know, pretentious things, fake things, low vibrational things, abusive things. You help this person make steady progress just for existing and being who you are with them. That's powerful, y'all. Maybe you needed somebody to tell you that, but I'm just like, I'm steady seeing this person who was really like, no bueno, become a better person because they've met you. Honor that. Recognize that. Half the deck was gone. Yeah, man. That's worth acknowledging. Any last words? Look, the Fool, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. Something I said here can make you reflect on this. I see a leap of faith taken, new beginnings had, and reflective energies towards what I want to build for the long haul. Whether in you or this person, I feel like both of you are on that vibration of thinking, you know what, look at what was, let me reflect on it. I'm going to have my new beginnings, and I'm gunning for the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, something solid, prosperous, abundant for future generations to come. You did your job here. And if this is the Bob or Becky watching, you met this person so you could do that internal work and change, as not to repeat a pattern that was detrimental to yourself and others had you kept moving and swimming through that behavior. It is what it is, y'all. Three of Pentacles, yeah. I leave it up to each person and their personal experience to see what they want to make of this experience. This is literally somebody who, like, I don't know, your energy cured. Your energy cured something that was generational in a person. And it's going to look specific to everybody, but like for somewhere it could be like that negativity I picked up on. It could have been something else. Like you push somebody to want to become a better person. And I'm not even surprised this card came out, because it's damn near impossible. Some people are so stuck in their ways, it feels damn near impossible. But this is the impossible being done in the change in this person. It feels impossible, but it's not. God moved you like a chess piece, yo, and vice versa. For some of you, I'm getting this split energy of someone watching is the Bob or Becky. And for others of you, predominantly, you're the Patricia or Patrick. If you're the Patricia or Patrick, God puts you in this person's path so that there could be a cycle, some kind of cycle would end, likely in both of y'all's lives. But this one is like, it's like dang near impossible. Something is most definitely possible. And it happened right here in you meeting them. Have faith in your dreams. The Ten of Pentacles. You can start over, moving forward from a clean slate. For some of you, you still harbored some resentment for the way this person treated you. And it's like, if you reach the level of the Empress to the Queen of Pentacles, you understand that this world is filled with broken people. You too have been a form of broken. But it's the strong ones that don't let the past keep them in that space. It's like, yeah, I can be broken, but shoot, these shards can create something new. A mosaic. You know, it's like transmute that brokenness into a beautiful masterpiece. Like that's what we're all trained to be able to do. You get it. And you don't let that trip you up. You became an Empress because of this experience. You went from the Queen of Pentacles to an Empress. You upgraded yourself. So why harbor the bitterness and resentment? Why though? You learned, you elevated, you upgraded yourself. And I'm here to remind you of that so you can let go. There's no need to regret the past. You met somebody for a reason. Forgiveness will help unblock resentment. And let love flow. Whether you care for more with this person or not, the choice is up to yours. But I see it leading to the Ten of Pentacles. So like, hey, I'm happy as a reader. If I have to read energy, I'm happy that the ending is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Lovers is like, your choices will bring you the Ten of Pentacles because you is grown. That's what I have for you. If this reading resonated, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.